Guys, gals, and fellow gender non-conforming pals, welcome back. My name is C28, and I was up way too late trying to get 100% in my stuff, but I did get it. Yeah, so just started college mathematics, and I'll start off by saying there isn't really a lot to talk about. It is mostly practice. Most of the class is just practice. But I think what I can do is I'll do weekly videos now for vlogs. Just, there's really not a whole lot that I think is substantial from vlog to vlog to talk about. Because here it is. Let me sum up what we did today. So today we pretty much went over what the class is about. It's teaching you how to apply mathematical concepts in everyday life. So everything from finances to whether you're having to do maths on something like this, and so we start off with some basic foundations. Bunch of rules on how you can move stuff around, make equations easier to work with, and just speed run them essentially. So we are going into just super basic fundamentals of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponential equations, rooting, all that nonsense. And then different rules on how you can apply things. Like, if you have an exponent raised to an exponent, you just multiply the two and then you're good, assuming same base. Multiplying two exponent things, you just add the two exponents together, assuming the same base, like stuff like that. So all sorts of different rules for different things. And then we have a bunch of different activities to do. So let me open FSO. That's where most of the info is going to be at. So here we go. Let's open day one. There we go. So yeah, we have a skills check that we did for day one. Just kind of like, hey, are you competent enough to be in this class? And pretty much like, if you get like a 70, you're good. But 100, yay. Then we have class practice, which is we go over the concepts that we had in class and you practice them in class. Of course, class practice. Get some videos for the stuff we went over in class, so to further elaborate on anything that someone might have confusion over. There are a bunch of videos on everything we went over. Then we get assignments, integrated learning, and an exploration. So the assignment is like your real thing you did today. So while there's classwork, it is weighted. It's 4% weight, and then the assignment is also weighted. I don't really know the differences, but I guess there's a reason why they're split up. I don't really understand. I might ask that question on Wednesday of why is there an assignment and class practice if they're basically the same thing? Because maybe in the future they're not. But you got that. Integrated learning. So this class has a lab of sorts. It used to be a lab where you would do it in class, but they've changed it now where as long as you just complete the lab and submit it before the due date, which is like, you got like 2 days, I think 3 days was that? Yeah, this gives us like 3 days. As long as you do that, you get the 4-hour credit. But you need to do it. If you don't do it, you lost your lab credit and, well, shoot, you lost hours, you lost GPS. No good. So don't do that. And then finally, the exploration is sort of prepping you to get into the next thing that we're going to be doing in the next class. So you do the exploration and it helps you understand the concepts. It is weighted. So it's about 5% weight. It's actually more than the individual assessment or assignment one and the class practice. It's weighted more than them. Separate, not combined. But yeah, so it dives into those concepts that you'll learn about next class to see, hey, can you take what you learned today and see if you can figure out how to further it into that? And that's literally it. That's all. There's nothing else to talk about. Yeah. And the instructor's great. She's super helpful. I definitely appreciate having an instructor who takes initiative with the class and encourages students, like, ask me all the questions you can about a thing to fully understand it. So like, I asked the question in class about like tetration, be like, does it work the same way with this? And it's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, and I'll make sure I'm following. And then like responsiveness online, absolutely amazing. Just like that alone, top tier responsiveness. So that's something I appreciate out of an instructor. Yeah, there's not really much to go over that. Like I said, that's it. So on to C28 business. I'm working with Miss Modulations to try to work on a song that'll be similar to Suffering, but it's going to be about attention span loss. Interesting. Specifically with social media and how they've been programmed in such a way to program you to spend all your time on it. In fact, I've set up subroutines now where I'll get like 1 hour of social media a day now. So I used to spend like bloody 3 hours. I was like, what the am I doing? So change that, where now I get 1 hour, and it's better. And once that hour's up, I have an automation set where if I try to open the app, Siri goes home and says absolutely not, or just some like, I think it has like 8 different things I preset it to be able to say, and basically it just closes it on me. It's like, no, you're not allowed to, stop it. I could set a timer, not a timer, what's it called? Screen time, that's the thing. But then I would just, and I always did, just like say ignore for the rest of the day and completely avoid it. But now if I want to go through it, I've got to turn off the automation, which I'm not going to do. So it legitimately does not allow me to open it, which is good. So I said that for YouTube, Reddit, a few others. Yeah. But that thing with Miss Modulations, the song about social media brain rot, yeah, I've noticed that's an issue with a lot of people, myself included. I'm not immune. Definitely not immune myself. So I think this song will follow a structure of essentially, and it'll be interesting, the chorus will have less energy. The idea of the song is going to be, there's a bunch of chaos that builds and builds and builds, and you feel like you're doing a lot and everything's happening, and then it hits the chorus and there's nothing. But it's very dynamic. It's still obviously a chorus, but there's nothing. You got a drone, and you got maybe either a lead or a bass, and that's it. No drums, no arpeggiated things, unless it's the bass or lead, but like 2 layers, just super basic, but it'll be complex enough, like it'll be a thing. You'll hear more things happening in the intros, the verses, the bridges, the interludes, like whatever else I add, but the choruses will be like dead, kind of showing like you woke up and ooh, I'm doing nothing. What the am I doing? Like that. I might do vocals on it. I was thinking something kind of like Gary Neiman style, but I don't have a whole lot of experience doing vocals good. Like, if you've heard Noise and you really pay attention, the vocals are awful. They're not good. I have a special place in my heart for Noise because it was like the first song that I was like, whoa, this sounds like close to a song, not just a tiny little project, but a song. And that was cool. I appreciated that. And then I'm super hyped for Suffering to release on December 1st, 2023. Because like that song is so good. So good. But yeah, I'll work with Miss Modulations to get this thing going. And hopefully we can get it released sometime early next year. Maybe like a January or February release, or it could be something insane where I finish it in 4 days and I'm like, surprise, it's also coming out on December 1st, or probably not, it'd probably be a Christmas release, something like that. Spice it up. It's going to be a Hanukkah release. That's right, first day of Hanukkah. It's going to be a Hanukkah release. If I finish it. Yeah. That's that. So I haven't got much else for you. So if you enjoyed today's content, you can hit subscribe and tell YouTube, give me more like this, please. And yeah, it would be appreciated if I could have more like this. This is what you're telling YouTube. And then you can join and you get access to the Discord server, early access to videos, and some other things down the line. But yeah, control voltages got some cool perks. And of course, if you have any questions, you don't have to be control voltage. Ask them away in the comment section below. And I'll put your comment up here. Like this one. Boom. I appreciate that. Thank you much. That's a very kind thing to say. But a very big thing to live up to. So, but that's empirical proof, everyone. So just, note that. Yeah. I hope you all take care of yourselves. I'll be with you. And goodbye, YouTube.